Hello Rodney, thanks for clicking on my video. I made a video on immigration, and but I'm not going to put it up. But I will put this up. I got this at the flea market today. It's by LB 2002. Let's see if there's anything on. No, nothing on the back. Professionally framed looks like. Wow. How can you not buy that for $1? I mean, come on. Life is good. Tell you what, I've been working to get just to go through my stuff to just get more inventory. I don't know why. I don't have any customers. Yeah, if I was in business to make inventory, I would be loaded. No, the object, Rodney, is to make something and then sell it. I still haven't got that concept yet, but I did get this: an apple pie at McDonald's. Went to the flea market today, and so they have these things over there. It's like a sausage thing on an English muffin with some cheese or cheese material, whatever it is. I don't know what it is. And so they're like $1. So I get them. I got those 2 of them this morning, and I always ask that it's well done on the English muffin because I like the texture of the crunchiness, and well done on the sausage just to obliterate that freaking thing. So because if it's too, so anyway, they came out not that way. And so I took it up to the guy and said, here, this. And he said, oh, well, let me get it. And I said, no, I don't want to waste it. Because I'm not going to waste it. I'm not going to waste food to have them throw that in the trash. There's just no way I'm going to do that. So I took that and just let the guy know in the future, And so he then came over and gave me that apple pie. I said, you don't have to do that. It's not necessary. He says, well, So anyway, that's what happened. And my thing here, there's the bucket of water. That's how much water came off of my roof. So it's not that much, but it's enough, obviously. And I'm thinking that and then what happened was that there's that trough where the flashing is. So I thought maybe it came loose from the flashing, but then what happened was that when the snow melted, it's obviously going to go downhill. So I thought that would have increased the amount of water in the bucket, but it didn't. So there's I don't know obviously, but it seems like maybe there's a leak in one of the holes in the roof, where you screw the thing in or something like that, because it seemed like that after the snow melted, I would have a gusher right there, but it didn't happen. It just ceased to leak, so I don't know what happened, so I don't know what to do about that. So now I'm walking around making a video. I made a video which was talking about Richard Trumka, the president of the AFL-CIO, and Al Sharpton. They both support immigration. They both support what's happening. And I just can't for the life of me understand how either one of those two guys could support that, because the more people that are here, the less jobs that are going to be, and that's a big deal for the union people. That's a big deal. you know, and the more people that are here, the less likely they are to join unions, because unions, well, anyway, I don't want to get in a big story about that. I already did the video. I said, forget it. I'm not putting it up. Nobody cares anyway. And then, but Al Sharpton, how is Al Sharpton supporting immigration? Black people have the highest unemployment rate, I think, of any other group in the United States, and adding 5 million new people is not going to help that. So I don't, you know, it must be some sort of a play between big business and these other organizations or something. There must be how could a union man go along with this, and how could a black person that's supposed to be a leader of black people go along with this? It's going to hurt workers, and it's going to hurt black people. I don't get it, but that's the way it is. Okay, what else? Nothing else. I just wanted to show you this fantastic painting. And I know, you know, it's just great for $1. It's just freaking awesome. The poor person, LB, my goodness, you know, I hate to see this kind of thing happen, because this person made that painting and was so proud of it and took it down and got it framed and did all this stuff, and then have the thing come up for $1 at the flea market. Oh my goodness. I mean, I have a certain empathy for, I think that's the right word, empathy, for people that do those kinds of things. And see that painting right there? I got that painting at the flea market. That was $5, and this person is a known artist. You can look him up online. I don't remember for his name. Didn't get much information out of it, but it's a guy named I can't see without my glasses hardly. I can't even see it. Anyway, that was $5. It was $5. This is the kind of stuff that I make. Nicole Brown Simpson murdered at the scene. Yeah, that's going to be a big seller. That's my Little League All-Star cap when I was an All-Star shortstop. And my glove. And t-shirts from my college, the members' college. I had a members' college. And there I am right there at age, I'm about 44 years old. That's 20 years ago. My God, it's unbelievable. And that's me in the house that I'm living in now, back when I was like 30, I was in my 30s there. And that's me in my, I guess I was in my 40s there. I don't remember. What a deal. What a world. Anyway, what am I going to do? I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll show you this. Isn't that interesting? Light is such a fantastic thing. You know, light and the glass is just so fantastic. Isn't it beautiful? What was it? It was a church, I think, in Saint Denis in France. It was the first church to use huge amounts of stained glass, because they figured out how to make, I think it was some kind of arch. I can't remember. It's in Saint Denis, France. Denis is D-E-N-I-S. Saint Denis. S-T-D-E-N-E-S, I believe. Saint Denis. All right. Rodney. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye. Oh, I'll show you this. I got these the other day. I did a trade with a guy. These are pearls. Those are all pearls. This is one of my most favorite paintings. This is there's an artist by the name of PHILLIP Guston. And he did paintings. This is a remembrance of PHILLIP Guston. He used to do paintings like that. Well, not like that, but similar. He was a very fascinating artist. It was he was a wow. He and Jackson Pollock were friends when they were young. You should do a research on PHILLIP Guston. He's a very, very, fascinating person. And PHILLIP Guston was Jewish guy from Canada, and his family moved to the United States, I think, when he was like 10, to Los Angeles. And there was a lot of Ku Klux Klanners in L.A. at the time. They didn't like Jews. So anyway, he was, everything was kind of freaky over there. So, anyway, PHILLIP Guston, his name was, I think, Goldstein or Goldberg or something like that. Can't remember his name. Changed his name. And his family moved to Los Angeles. And his father was very, very upset because he could not make a good living for his family. He was like a junk dealer. Kind of like me, except different. It's not true, but, it just said that. But anyway, his father was very, very depressed, and he hung himself. And PHILLIP Guston found his father hanging in the shed at the age of 10. Now I'm going to tell all you people something about suicide. Don't do it that way. If you're going to kill yourself, don't do it that way. Please don't kill yourself anyway, but if you're going to do something, don't do it like that. Don't do it like that. There was that one guy. What's his name? Oh, he was just a great writer. Oh, he was a great writer. What's the name of that guy? Did the guy something or other in Las Vegas. I think they did a movie about him. He was Hunter S. Thompson. You know how he killed himself? He shot himself in the kitchen. And his son, his daughter-in-law, and his grandchild were in the house when he did it. Don't do that. So anyway, Philip Guston. Philip Guston. Went to an art school in Los Angeles. It was an art school that was close to my house when I lived in LA. Can't remember the name of the school right now, but we're by MacArthur Park, I think. I don't know where it was at the time, but I think that was it. So, anyway, Jackson Pollock ended up in New York, and he called up Guston to come to New York. So Guston did, and both of them were in the WPA. Philip Guston was an accomplished artist. He was a very, very good artist. He'd been a great artist in Hollywood. I mean, he's scenic artist deluxe. He could have been a scenic artist deluxe in Hollywood. He was really good. And so he was a realist painter, but he had, gotta look him up. He was a very interesting painter. And so he went to New York, and then when abstract painting came in, he started to do abstract painting, but he started to do paintings like what I showed you, because they were called abstract expressionists. But Philip Guston was known in that kind of circle as an abstract impressionist. For some reason, he wasn't throwing stuff all over the place. He's very, whatever. So anyway, he was in that crowd. He was one of the darlings of that abstract expressionist movement. And after a while, him and his wife moved up to Woodstock, New York, and he started to return to his realistic roots. So he started doing things that were considered more realistic. But they really resembled, that guy Crazy Cat, or I think it's Crazy Cat. But the guy that Keep on Truckin', that guy, the painting started to resemble that. So he was up in Woodstock, New York, doing his preliminary pieces in that new form of work that he was going to be doing. So nobody saw what he was doing or anything. And he had a show at the Marlborough Gallery. You go look it up, the Marlborough Gallery. I think it was in the 60s. I can't remember what year. It was pretty late in the 60s too. I think it was toward the end of the 60s. He did a show at the Marlborough Gallery. I can't find my coffee cup, which is always a perpetual thing. Oh, did you see my painting? Or the painting I bought? So anyway, he did a show at the Marlborough Gallery, and all his abstract expressionist buddies showed up, because he was one of them. He was the darling, so they all wanted to see his new work. So when they got there, it was all these cartoon-looking things, and people were just freaking out. I mean, they were just absolutely freaking out. I think it was deKooning's wife or somebody was walking around saying, "Oh, this is embarrassing." They were just. I think he lost friendships over that. They took it so personal, because basically what happened was that he wasn't really thumbing his nose at the abstract expressionists in a personal way. He just decided to move on to do something else. And they couldn't accept that. They could not accept him leaving them. They couldn't accept it. So they basically turned on him, and I think he lost friendships over that. But deKooning said something that was very, very powerful and made him feel good. And he said to them, he said to Philip Guston, "What do they think? We're all on the same baseball team?"